In the 1920s, there was an American poet named Marianne Moore who was famous for her ability to capture the essence of a thing in just a few words like this, quote, "Not an easy task to keep the whole future in a nutshell." She was born in 1885 in St. Louis, Missouri, and died in 1972. So she lived during the modernist era, the period from the 19th century to the mid-20th century when artists rebelled against the old ways of doing things and experimented with new forms and styles. She was considered one of the most accomplished poets of her time, but she never won a Pulitzer Prize, which is kind of a bummer. But in 1968, she became the first woman to win the prestigious Bowlingen Prize for Poetry, which was awarded to her collection of poems called Like Life Is Now. So let's check out some of the best ones. One must have chaos within oneself to give birth to a star. I do not say things twice in French, but once, and that is enough. In this quote, Moore suggests that in order to create something beautiful and meaningful, one must first embrace the chaos and complexity of life. She uses the metaphor of giving birth to a star to represent the creative process, implying that it is a transformative and almost magical act. The line, "I do not say things twice in French, but once, and that is enough," seems like a reflection on the power of language and the impact of words. It suggests that when something is said once with conviction and sincerity, it carries enough weight to resonate deeply with the listener or reader. This quote highlights Moore's appreciation for the French language and culture, as well as her belief in the importance of clarity and precision in expression. The intellectual life of the whole of Europe is in a flux so rapid that books are only kept up with by the publishers. If you wish to be shocked, you can still read the classics here. Moore talks about how quickly new ideas and discoveries are being made in Europe, comparing it to a river that is constantly changing course. She says that it's hard for books to keep up because it takes time to write and publish them. But if you want to be shocked or surprised, then you should go back and read some classic literature because they haven't been updated yet. This quote shows us two things. First, Moore's belief in the importance of staying up to date with current events and ideas. She encourages us to keep learning and growing throughout our lives. And second, her respect for tradition and classic literature. She recognizes that these works have stood the test of time and continue to offer valuable insights and perspectives. Poetry is the supreme fiction. All the arts aim at it and are incomplete without it. In this quote, Moore claims that poetry is the highest form of art and all other art forms yearn to achieve its level. She also implies that art cannot exist without poetry, suggesting that poetry gives meaning and depth to other art forms. It's like the icing on the cake. Moore's love of poetry is evident in this statement, and she clearly believes that it has the power to elevate and enrich our lives. You have to be very careful these days when you open your mouth to talk. It might be the last free speech you utter. That's a pretty serious statement. It seems like Moore is concerned about the state of freedom of speech in society and warns us to be cautious with our words. She implies that there may be consequences for speaking out, perhaps due to political or social pressures. In such times, we must be more aware than ever before of the power of our words and the importance of protecting our right to free speech. I dislike the word genius. A person is either a genius or else he isn't. But the word is used so indiscriminately that it has practically lost its meaning. Moore criticizes the overused and misunderstood nature of the term. Genius in this quote, she argues that a person either possesses genius qualities or they don't. However, the word genius is often thrown around casually and excessively, which, according to Moore, diminishes its true meaning and significance. This reflects her belief in the importance of precision and clarity in language and her disdain for vague and overused terms. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. And you can also check out my podcast. Thanks again and see you next time.